Hello to you, the caring community of Ethos. I'd like to spend a few minutes talking about the big impact of small. Jesus told a few parables about the big impact of something small. In Matthew 13, he speaks about the tiny mustard seeds and tiny particles of yeast and the big impact these small items have. The tiny mustard seed surprisingly grows into a big bush, and yeast mixed in with flour makes bread mysteriously rise and become delicious bread. Pastor Barry Neese shares a memory of his mom. In the evening, after supper, being in the kitchen preparing their favorite, homemade buns and bread. When asked by his mom, one of the kids would retrieve the small package of yeast. Barry often wondered how this small packet could be so important. Occasionally, in her haste, his mom would forget the yeast, and Barry soon learned that without yeast, the dough would not mysteriously rise and bake into the tasteful food so loved. He learned a small ingredient made big impact. Yeast, mustard seeds, plantings, growth, small becomes big. Such is the way of God. The gift of the Spirit planted in us and the world does great things, even though they may start small, such as forgiveness brings renewed relationships, grace grows respect, mercy gives relief, justice creates equality, stewarding creation provides a sustainable future. Such gifts bear the fruit and flavor of God. Small acts and attitudes and attention can make big impacts of love. May we be reminded and be inspired of the big impact that something small can have. Thank you for all the small things you do that bring mercy and grace and peace. Amen.